Greetings, loves. Okay, so I was able to get in the live and talk to Khajjah. And you guys know I generally don't be trying to talk to these people. Um, but hey, this is what I felt the need to do, right? So I got in, I asked her some questions. I'm going to let y'all watch for yourself. Then I'm going to give my commentary.
How you doing? Oh, you freezing already.
Are you able to hear me?
I can hear you. Your page is frozen.
Oh, my page is frozen? Oh, it looks fine to me.
But I can hear you now.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I'm just sorry that my page is frozen. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but I apologize.
Okay. All right. So I just want to ask you a few questions. You said that Nana and Eligio was having some sexual activities in the bed with the baby, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Nana was tripping. Well, she was tripping before that, right? She just started having some episodes, if you will, and nothing necessarily triggered that. It was just you was trying to show Eligio a picture of a female.
Well, that was in the airport, like, on our way traveling. That was the first time I noticed, like, I gotta watch, how authentic I am around her, I guess. So that was the first.
I'm going to say this. This lady has a dark energy about her. And it was some very bad vibes coming through that phone. Very bad vibes. And she is full of it. And there's a much deeper story here going on with this carbonation situation. And her role in this situation is a lot more deeper than she's willing to admit. But she's doing a lot of talking. And I wonder why the people who sent her, who hired her, whoever she's working for, is allowing her to do all this talking, because she's telling a lot. But I guess they're allowing her to do all this talking because no matter how much talking she does, it's still not proof of anything. It's no undeniable proof. And then you got workers like, let's listen.
First hint that she was going to start changing, now that I think that, Chief was out and that we were all together. She was kind of, she was easing on into it.
Right. But I'm talking about like when she really flipped out in the room, when you said she started like getting upset and becoming physically upset, and she had the baby in her hands.
Yeah, so that was when we were in the room.
Trying to see what people were saying in the comments because I couldn't see. Hold on. Dang.
All right. So I just want to ask you a few questions. You said that Nana and Eligio was having some sexual activities in the bed with the baby, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Nana was tripping. Well, she was tripping before that, right? She just started having some episodes, if you will, and nothing necessarily triggered that. It was just you was trying to show Eligio a picture of a female.
Well, that was in the airport, like, on our way traveling. That was the first time I noticed, like, I gotta watch, how authentic I am around her, I guess. So that was the first hint that she was gonna start changing, now that I think that, Chief was out and that we were all together. She was kind of, she was easing on into it.
Right. But I'm talking about like when she really flipped out in the room, when you said she started like getting upset and becoming physically upset, and she had the baby in her hands.
Yeah, so that was when we were in the room, and she was just like standing there like catatonic staring, and he was in the shower. And I remember thinking, like, what is wrong with her? But I didn't say anything. I didn't know what was going to happen. But yeah, so she was just out of nowhere. He got in the shower, like the door was partially like open, so like because he calls to her and like has her get him his towel or his soap or whatever he wants while he's in the shower. So she was kind of like whatever, puttering around in the room. And then all of a sudden she just like stood up straight and just stared at the wall, like just stood there. And I was like, "Are you all right?" She was like, she just kept staring. And then finally started calling for her. And she was like, "No," and she started flipping out, saying she didn't want to be there anymore and he might as well just be with me and this and that, and grabbed the baby in her arm and ran out to the hallway and started punching holes in the wall. Holes in the wall. Yeah. That was before the sex. That was, several hours before.
And she was holding on to the baby the entire time?
Yeah. Well, I mean, once she ran out of the room, I couldn't technically tell you that she was holding on to the baby, but yeah, I mean, she had the baby in her arm and she ran out, causing the problem. He went after her and she was screaming and cursing at him, kicking the metal elevator doors, punching a hole right out there. And this is a nice hotel, mind you.
So you caused damage to the hotel room?
To the hotel room, no, but when we went out to the hallway, when I went out after the fact, like the next morning or whatever, I did visually look and I didn't see anything that I could see, but I didn't want to really look too much either.
Right. Okay. So no one was called up or anything? No one came up from the hotel staff?
I was waiting. I thought that was going to happen, but that never happened. So I guess, that was good, I guess.
When she started acting like that, how was the baby? Did it seem normal to the baby? Did the baby seem frightened or anything?
I mean, they were out of my view, but I don't remember the baby crying or anything. I don't remember. It might have been, but I don't remember hearing the baby crying. I just remember her whacking around and punching stuff and just cursing and screaming as loud as she could.
Wow. So when she was screaming, what was she saying?
She was like, "No, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship. Go be with Khajjah." And then you could hear her throwing her ring, and I guess she snapped her necklace off. This is what I heard when they came back to the room once they got her out of the hallway. I brought her back into the room, but they were standing kind of over behind like a partial wall, so I couldn't really see, but they were kind of right over there. So I could hear the ring tingle down, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna throw my ring on the floor? Why are you doing this? I haven't even done anything." And so he hadn't done anything.
Right. So then she was just triggered by you being there. She felt intimidated. Wow.
I guess.
So that violent behavior, I mean, do you think there's something that's like mentally wrong with her?
I think she's very aggressive and has a violent problem. Yeah.
So don't you think that that's like a danger to the baby? That one day,
Oh yeah.
It could be unpredictable what kind of things she might do while she's having an episode like that, because there's nothing that you can think of to rationally justify her behaving that way. So
yeah, no, and I had asked to keep the baby a couple times that whole evening. So when her initial episode tantrum where she went out and was punching the walls with the baby in her arms, and then she came back, I had told, because I said, once I let him talk to her and I wanted to see where it went, and she said, calm down. And he was just like going to let it go. And I was like, once I realized that he was just going to let it go, I was like, no. I said, I can't have somebody in my life, in my room, doing that. I said, you're going to have to go. And then, immediately and then he was like, you're going to do that to her? You're going to do that to my baby? And when he said that, of course my compassion kicked in, and I was like, no, the baby doesn't have to. I'm not kicking the baby out. I said, the baby can stay here. I said, she has to leave. And, he's like, well, I'm not going to let her go out onto the streets in the middle of the night, in some, place we don't know. I said, well, then you can go too. You both can go, and I'll take care of the baby until you get yourself situated. And they just looked at me like I was just crazy, you know what I mean? But my reason was, she was just kicking holes in the wall with the baby in her arms, flinging it around, late at night.
Pay attention. First of all, who not gonna look at you like you crazy? You telling them you want to kick her out in the middle of the night. I mean, of course he not gonna want to go for that. Who would? Secondly, you telling him to get out and leave that baby with you. And you think that that's a normal request. All right, but she said she going crazy. She kicking holes in the wall, but then she said there wasn't no holes in the wall. All right, but whatever. Okay.
And, but it's just like I said, he came back. He came back and just sat us down and just talked to us and talked to us and talked to us for so many hours. You're just defeated after that point. So I was just like, well, I'll just let it go. You know what I mean? And he's like,
you said Eligio talked to you guys for hours?
Yeah.
To you and Eliana? Well, Nana.
Because at that point,
He talked to us, or he talked to you?
Saying, no, I want her to go. He was like, he was trying to rationalize why I shouldn't do that. And in the end, it was because of the baby, I mean, I would have preferred, I'll keep the baby and those losers can get out of here. But it wasn't, it became a thing like, of course they're not going to leave their baby with me, I guess. But see, in my mind, I was the better option. But of course, some of these parents are not going to choose that, I mean, I understand that. But, if they wanted to be nice, they would have left the baby and just got out of there.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can understand why they felt like they didn't want to disconnect from their own baby.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but it's good that you were concerned about the baby. Is that what made you want to help them get land?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can have like somewhere stable to stay and not have to keep moving around.
Yeah, and I was going to benefit from that as well, or so in my good scenario of what should happen.
Because you were going to stay there with them?
Well, I was going to, be there for, the initial purchase. And, I was going to look, I was going to choose what I liked.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to be there for support, and then, I would purchase it. I would come back here, to Babylon, and, just take care of my life here. And then.
Okay, hold on now. She's going to purchase the land that she likes. They would stay there, and she going to come back to Babylon. Pay attention.
Probably go back, check on them, see how things are doing. And, assuming everything was still going well and, they were being productive with, that gift, then, I would continue to let them stay there. I mean, It seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, it does. So you're well off then, huh? Financially?
I'm okay, yeah. I could buy some land.
Well, that's good. They don't know what kind of blessing they just missed out on. That's really unfortunate. Wow. So you saying they're in South America?
She could tell I was trying my best to be nice because I wanted her to talk, right? And which she did. So, hey. But I'm telling you, I'm not even going to tell y'all what all I was receiving from this lady. But the energy is, when I say bad, I mean real bad. Real bad. And she knew. If y'all go back and watch her whole life, she did not want to add me. She didn't want to add me. She was afraid to. If it wasn't for people in the comment section that kept saying, add soul alchemy, she would not have added me. And she did say, oh, well, I don't know if she's going to be nice to me or whatever. So I don't know if she watched my videos or whatever, but yeah. You look at her face. Look, you could feel the tension. And I was trying to be nice. It was fake nice, but this is some demonic stuff twisted up with this carbonation situation. Very demonic.
That was your choice or theirs?
We decided on some potential areas that we liked, yeah.
Okay. And you said the rest of the carbonation girls with them?
No, they're on their way.
Okay. So Sheba and her baby will have somewhere stable to stay.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You know, they're on their own now. I mean, because I'm not there, so they're looking for land in a place where they have no money now to get the land. So,
oh, okay. So they didn't get the land.
No, I mean, Nana flipped out the first night we got there. She's such an idiot. I mean, this girl, she's just setting herself up for failure time and time again.
Wow. So there's got to be something wrong with her. Do you think maybe she has like a mental imbalance or something?
Now, she said, and because she did like 2-3 lives before this one, she said that they're in South America. Okay. She said that the rest of Carbonation are now with them. Okay. How would she know this if she's not still in contact with them and working with them? I don't care if that was the plan. Anything could happen after they parted, especially if they don't have any more funds, as she claims, but we know that's not true. How do we know this? Because we're paying attention. Okay. The alchemists are paying attention, aren't we? My alchemists, aren't you paying attention? I hope so. Yeah, she did. She said they are in South America and the rest of Carbonation are with them, and Joy will be joining later. Okay. She also said, hold on, I'm gonna let this play a little bit more.
That she might need to see.
No, wait, hold on. Before we continue, right? She also said they were in California. That's where they originally landed, only long enough to turn their organization into somewhat of a, I guess she didn't technically say 501c, but a religious organization so that they will be protected. She spoke about this in the other live. When I asked about it, she backtracked and she lied. She said she didn't know anything about it, the details, she didn't have anything to do with it. But in that first live, okay, she said that's why they were there and she helped them to get it. Yeah.
Psychiatrist, maybe get on some medication.
Yeah, but she'll never get on medication. And he won't allow it.
Now, see, this is the problem. Okay, this is the problem. Y'all can Eligio and all that other stuff all you want to. But this is substantial right here. She is saying some of the same things Ether was saying. And what pure is a pure? Yeah. About Nana hurting that baby to get Eligio's attention out of being jealous of him being with another woman. Ether has said twice that Eliana is crazy and she flips out often. And the first thing that people have to do is get the baby out of her hands because they're worried about what happens to the baby. Now, I hit Ether up and I asked him to have a conversation with me to talk about this. At first, he agreed. Well, he said he'd be willing to talk. But then when I let him know specifically what I would like for him to come on and talk about, he didn't respond back. He just read the message. Then, a couple of days later, someone posted a live he did saying that he's not here to expose anybody, yada, yada, yada. I guess he want to start his own thing. Ether was there more than once He was there for 48 hours back when Mama Dia was there. Again, I'm the only one who has been stressing this. Other people act like they didn't even hear it. That's very interesting. He said he came there to help them. He came there to help them get their papers straight. Just like she came to help them get their stuff straight. These people are being sent there to help them. Now, she said, this lady in a live before I got on, that they are being paid. Carbonation is being paid. They're getting checks by corporations with an S. She named like 3 or 4. I'm gonna play it. I wasn't gonna play nothing but just my conversation with her if I had one. But I'm gonna play all of that because she said a lot of stuff and now she backtracking.
They do not allow that ball. And I'll tell you another thing that I found out. You want some tea? Here is some tea, my friends.
What's that?
You know how everybody has been wondering, like they all say, well, like if there was any diseases among her or the baby, it would have been found out at her having the baby there in Mexico. But you know what she volunteered to me is that they tried to take her blood before having the baby and the baby's blood, and they refused. So their blood has never been tested for anything.
Right. Even though he did say that it happened, it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, she said no. They wouldn't allow them to take anybody's blood.
Wow. I wonder why they didn't want to let him test him. I mean, it's just being safe. It's a precaution. Wow. So you're not concerned about her being the main caretaker of the baby and having these episodes and the fact that
See, I wasn't even paying attention to nobody in the comment section. That's why I'm looking at them now. And I see that these people are just here for entertainment. That's why they saying all this other stuff. And I don't care about what they saying. Because there's a reason why I'm talking to her the way I am. And why I'm asking her these questions the way I am. These people just want to be entertained.
It's like defensive of her in those situations, like, you know, maybe one day her being like that and just not really being coherent of what she's doing, that she might actually harm the baby one day.
Well, I mean, I would hope not, but if anybody was going to harm the baby, it'd be her.
Okay.
Right.
So think about everything that she's been saying about Eliana and her being a danger to the baby. Now, when I've stressed that a little bit more, because she said in the live previously that she'll never tell anybody where their location is. But listen to all she's saying about Eliana being a danger. Somebody who just flips out like that, and she's always holding her baby when she's doing it, that's dangerous. Like she needs to get help for that. Listen to it all.
And a lot of people are saying this.
Okay, I can't say that this is something that's going to happen. God, you know, no. But, I mean, I could see some tendencies there, yeah.
Right. A lot of people are saying this, and then for you to say it too, I mean, that's just a big cause for concern, you know. I think that, you know, somebody needs to look into that. Definitely. I know you were saying that you would never give up their
Look at her. She's sitting there like, I don't care. We ain't concerned about that. The mission will continue. Hey, whatever that mission is, because somebody got a plan for carbonation. Clearly.
location, but I would like to think in the case of the safety of the baby, you will do it.
Well, I mean, there's been nothing really that is illegal going on with the baby. As far as I know, too, not that I agree with it, because I don't. But I don't think in a South American country like the one that they're in, I don't think that there's any sort of real laws against, having a baby laying in.
See, that's what they do. They try to get somewhere where the laws will protect whatever it is they want to do. That's why that's the first thing that came out of her mouth. They couldn't wait to get out of the U.S. And she's talking about them having sex with the baby in the bed. I'm talking about this woman being literally crazy and spazzing out and having fits around her child and with her child in her hands. This has been said by multiple people. Dude, that's dangerous.
I don't know. I don't know the rules, but I'm saying I think that if it was like, to be based on that, I don't think it would fly. I think you'd have to have some serious, charges, some serious, proof of something that, was illegal happening. Although I don't know, but I don't find it.
Right. Well, besides them, whatever they're doing in the bed, I'm just talking about her and her mental instability and her potential to be violent and have these episodes. I mean, that within itself, doesn't that make her a danger to the baby?
I mean, yeah, but like I said, I can't say that she's doing anything with proof. I can't say that. So, I mean,
how can she not? She just said that that's the reason why y'all. What you mean you can't say she's doing anything with proof? You described it to us. That's not proof. Your eyesight is not proof. What you witness is not proof. Okay.
Other than what you saw.
Well, yeah.
Her flipping out with no justifiable reason.
I just heard, the punching and stuff when she was holding the baby.
See how she's trying to backtrack now?
And that could just be speculation.
It could be. See this? You pay attention. Pay attention.
Didn't really see her holding the baby, but she did leave the room with the baby. So, I mean, things, but you can't really say that you saw them. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell does that mean?
Right. So it does sound like you're kind of being defensive of her in this moment.
She's done with me now.
And I guess I can understand why, because you're kind of compassionate towards all of them. But you also did say your main concern was the baby.
Yeah.
And you said that you were going to get them some land and come back and visit them.
See, she just did something. Did you see her reach down and grab something? So she's trying to mess up the lives so we can have a bad connection. I will rewind it, but you know how IG is set up. Yeah, she did that on purpose, and then she gonna try to act like she ain't do nothing.
I hear echo.
Look at her face.
I don't know. I don't hear an echo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you were saying that you were going to get them some land and come back and visit. The corporations that they're getting money from, is that why they're going to need to be on the land?
No, I wanted land.
To make an investment, or to make an investment?
I wanted to make an investment in land that, would be nice for me to go spend time at, but also I was trying to make an investment in them, and I was trying to give them a chance to, fulfill this, this utopia that they had, supposedly, wanted to do. So it just all comes down to her behavior that day, and she really blew it.
Yeah.
And now
the behavior that could be speculation that you explained to us, but now you're saying you're not sure if you saw it, and it just, who knows. But you just want to buy these people some land so they can go fulfill this utopia that they claim to have. I mean, what? Y'all.
Everybody knows, now everybody knows the kinds of things she does around the baby and while she's holding the baby. And that's real unfortunate. So, I mean, she did a double whammy on herself.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But you know what? Why are they getting money from corporations though?
They didn't ask for it. They just the corporation gave it to them.
So it was just a one-time thing
that I know of.
Okay, all right. So it was just one corporation. What was the name of it? You said
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. Okay. So they didn't have to do anything for it.
No. Company. They seek them out and they give them a donation. I think that maybe they're trying to show them who they are so that maybe they'll have a step up in the future if like they ever do a documentary or something on them. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I wasn't really that whole. I just had heard it casual that they had just given a donation. So
okay. So now they're official religious corporation, 501c.
Yeah, these people in the comment section are lost.
What you were saying? Yeah, you're saying now they're official religious.
They're under a religious protection, and they have paperwork that a lawyer drew up for them. I didn't personally have anything to do with the.
She's lying, and when I play the other live, she knows exactly what it is. Because I'm pretty sure she was given the orders to go there and make sure that they get it done. NatureBoy didn't come up with that idea. This was her. Whoever hired her and sent her. Come on, y'all.
Lawyer for that, but I was there and I heard that they had finalized. So.
Your hair is not nice. Just stop it. It's never gonna.
So that's what they were doing in California.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like Carbonation is a official religion now.
Yeah, apparently so. I haven't seen the paperwork, but I'm pretty sure that it's a real thing because that's what they were talking about.
Okay. Well, I know you were breaking it down earlier. Can you explain a little bit more what that means?
What, the religion thing?
Well, yeah, the whole thing about them being incorporated or protected, because I know you were saying that means that they could like travel.
Yeah, they can travel without being basically persecuted, which is what they're fearing. As far as going through Nicaragua, if they had that paperwork or documents to show the police at the gate, apparently, that would have squashed whatever, and the police would have had to leave until, they were, contacted by their lawyer or whatever. I'm not really sure the specifics, but it gives them certain.
Okay, because then they can say like,
if I keep asking her, she gonna keep telling more because she know, but she keep trying to be short and saying she not really sure. No, because she know. And when I played out the video, like I said, she already broke it down.
They're just practicing their religious belief or whatever.
I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the paper said, but yeah, it protects them under some sort of, law. I'm not sure.
Okay, cool. All right, interesting. Well, I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And so you didn't really want to be a part of Carbonation, though?
I mean, yeah, I was a part of it.
More so than just coming down and just getting the land and then going back home.
I mean, yeah, that was my goal.
Okay. So that was like that.
So your goal is to come join up with these people. Because for y'all who don't do the research, who don't follow, who don't report, you don't know. She went the hardest on behalf of Carbonation, okay, advocating for him to get out of jail. All that writing the petition, all that footwork, this was her. Y'all saw Eliano, saw Netta, and doing a video and all that, but ask anybody else. Ask any other channel. Ask World, ask Lurker, ask Granny, ask anybody. Go to Lurker's channel, go to Petty's channel, all of that. They've been reposting her stuff. She became the official spokesperson, and she put up her money and everything. So it's her job to come and make sure he get out of jail, make sure they get their paperwork for the religious thing, make sure that they get land, and go back home. And, maybe check on them every once in a while and see if they doing whatever it is they supposed to be doing.
Was your job to do? Like somebody hired you, somebody sent you to do it?
Mm-hmm.
No. No, I don't work for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. Well, all right. Thank you for your call.
I'm like the Wicked Witch of the West End to eat.
All right. Bye.
All right.
All right. Oh my gosh, I'm getting really tired. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't like to, I'm not good at like cutting off phone calls and stuff. I'm sorry about that.
What's she trying to say? She cut me off.
I'm getting tired. She's a reporter. I don't know. She thinks I work for somebody. I don't work for nobody, dude. I didn't listen to Legio when he told me what to do. He told me not to drink coffee. I drank it anyway.
Right, because she wasn't a part of Carbonation. She came there with an assignment, just like Ether wasn't a part of Carbonation. He came there with an assignment. He was hired to do a job.
It's like I'm slow. Okay, hold on. Let me take one more. Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm hiding things from people.
Yeah, she was drained. But I'm going to post the others. Peace, y'all.